Hi Aries, welcome to the full moon in Aries reading for October 17th, 2024. Full moons close out cycles. This is your full moon. Um, you know, what I hear is it can be very volatile because Mars is the planet of the warrior, but it's also initiator, right? It's trailblazing. And so far, my readings have been quite positive and really nice. So maybe not, right? The direction that this reading is going in is number 6 events milestone. However, it did come up reversed. And so I'm going to have a look at the reversed meaning in the book that comes with this. Um, when this card is reversed, it could indicate that some celebration is being delayed or even canceled altogether. And while this may be disappointing to you, remember that although the event isn't happening as planned, a milestone still exists and should be acknowledged in your heart. On another level, when this card is reversed, you could find yourself looking back at your life and wishing you had done something differently in the past. If so, it's time to start considering the steps you have to take in order to make that life-changing decision now. You may not feel quite ready, but the time for inner achievement is calling you now. Each day can be a new milestone for you. Choose honoring thoughts and behaviors. Create joy and optimism now. Celebrate your eternal truth and know that this very life is a milestone for your soul. Okay, let's see how that is playing out in your tarot cards. So the first set of cards is where you find yourself at the time of the full moon, or if you are consciously closing out a situation, you can find that here, consciously, actively. The second set of cards is you and what you're thinking, what you're doing, how you're feeling. And the last set of cards is probable outcome. Probable because some things we are able to change, some things are meant to be experienced so that we can grow. It may not feel very nice at the time it's happening, but it's perspective. And maybe in hindsight, we find that it was really helpful. Okay. Oh, nice. That's a milestone. That's the milestone card. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Two of Cups, the Empress. This is a union or partnership of some kind with an important female in your life, or females. They may be a little bit different from you, but there is something that matches your desires, and that makes a good partnership, that makes a good union. This is the quintessential female, the Empress, right? She's all that and a bag of chips. And this is also pampering oneself, nurturing oneself, being kind and generous with ourselves and with the females around us. It's nature and it's nurture. This can be pregnancy, right? That would certainly be a milestone. So maybe you've recently had a new partnership and you're ready to take that next step and to have a child. And maybe we're just delaying it for now. Maybe we're talking about having children or growing the family, and we're just saying, because this is milestone reversed, maybe not just yet, but, let's get things at least talked about. See, we have here the delay, the Hanged Man. And it could be the marriage itself. It could be dating itself. It could be setting up a business, right? because we have the Six of Pentacles here, setting up a business for and about females or with another female, because they're partnerships of all kinds. It just doesn't have to be, but it is heartfelt. It is something that we desire deep in our heart here. And you have the Hangman here, so that is delays. It is things may not be in your hands at this time, and something else or someone else is steering the ship at this time. But it is a bit of a sacrifice, and a lot of that can be control. But this is Odin, who gave his eye for knowledge. So maybe there's more information that we need to uncover before we go forward in this situation, whatever it is for you. It's a general reading. However, this card does mean if we wait and we wait with faith, we usually get what we want. In the meantime, you get to see things from another perspective, and that can be very enlightening. Okay? Then you have, as your own, how you're behaving, the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. So perhaps it's financial reasons why we are waiting here, because this is finance or health. Maybe the body is not quite ready. Like I said, if maybe we're having in vitro or something like that, and we have to prepare the body, or maybe we're waiting for the period of fertility. Maybe we're shoring up on vitamins and minerals and that sort of thing. The Six of Pentacles is could be the health is off. It's minor illnesses. It's also medications or supplements and minerals and vitamins and that sort of thing. But it's bringing harmony and health back to the physical and financial side of the situation. It is the haves helping the have-nots. So it's very charitable. So that's why I'm saying it could also be financial. If it's a business venture, perhaps you're helping somebody who is needing that, or you're receiving the help. And this gives you an edge because there is some competition here with this card, with the Seven of Wands. That's Mars in Leo. That's Mars in Leo and Mars in Taurus, the Six of Pentacles. So there's your Martian energy, right? There's the martial energy of Aries. Now, that gives you sort of the fighting impetus here. It's a very protective energy, that Seven of Wands. And even here, it's sort of like helping the haves and have-nots. We're being protective. But it's a competitive energy, and it's also persistence. So we can be persistent in what we want. Seven is the number of ethics. And so that's aligning with the divine will. And keeping your, again, it's very similar to this card here, keeping your thoughts on the high road will help you out of this situation if there's any difficulty here. But I feel like there's somebody, or you're the somebody who's helping out other people. Again, we have the Three of Pentacles, so this can be, again, business or romantic. This is sometimes engagement or even marriage. But it's also apprenticeship card. So we can be taking instruction, we can be giving instruction. There can be some very creative solutions to this situation and why we're waiting, why it's delayed. Maybe the venue isn't right. You know what I mean? Maybe we have to find a new venue. But these are creative solutions, and it's also collaborative efforts, and that's what I'm seeing here as well. Very collaborative efforts. Everybody gives a little bit to help out the situation, and that's kind of an ethical way of dealing with it. Everybody helps out. Very collaborative. But creative solutions with that Three of Pentacles. Maybe the decoration is still necessary. Maybe the house isn't finished yet. The venue isn't correct. You know, it's that kind of energy. The outcome is the moon and the Four of Wands. Now, again, this is my milestone card. And there can be something that's not clear about it with the moon. Now, that means that the moon is going to affect the situation, right? The full moon is going to affect it. But this can be deep fears that are coming up in regards to this. Maybe the timing is off. But there's something that isn't clear to us when the moon arrives in this situation because the milestone card was reversed. And it can be high strangeness, like just things worked out weirdly that kind of don't make a lot of sense. Your intuition is really important where the moon card is concerned. However, you do have that Four of Wands, and I think eventually, and maybe it takes a full cycle, right? A full lunar cycle for the event to happen again. Because here it is, it's happening. These are the right people, the right places, the right venue. Come on in. We want you to, be here. This is the marketplace for you. It's people that think like you, that act like you, that want to be, in business with you, or it can even be the marriage card. It is a rite of passage, right? It's a milestone. It's a rite of passage card. So this can be bar mitzvahs, it can be birthdays, it can be marriages and anniversaries and, weddings, that kind of thing. It's celebratory. So I think all's well that ends well, although there are just some things that are unclear about it, or some fears that we have in regards to it. You have the Five of Wands with that. Saturn in Leo, so there's something to learn here. Saturn is the taskmaster. This can be recreational activities, but it is people who are trying to work together. Again, very collaborative efforts. And they have different ways of wanting to build something or to create something or work together. So that can create some agitation or conflict, but they all have the same goal in mind. Five is the catalyst for change. So this brings some change with it. And maybe everybody kind of puts their ideas and thoughts together and comes up with something that that really works out in the end. Or or there can end up being some debates, some lively debates and discussions and difficulties in regards to this situation here, in regards to this celebration, because you do have the moon there, so some things aren't clear. What does Spirit want you to know? Seeking good. Look for the good in your current situation. Okay. If things are delayed, it's probably for a good reason. Seek the good in that. All right. Thank you, Aries. I will speak to you in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. Until then, take very good care, and thank you for watching. It's appreciated.